everyone, and welcome back again to another episode of what I have here. And I'm going to show you guys my Afire Explosion collection that I have so far, which isn't very much, believe it or not, because I'm kind of just now getting into the buying of, like, of figures and stuff. And it's just, this stuff's really hard to get and it's expensive, so it's going to take me a while if I actually want to do this. So, anyway, let's start it off with one thing that I've had for a very long time that actually kind of started, my love for the thing, for the Afire Explosion. And this is what I got. It's the Afire Explosion. It's one of the 45s. There's a split in the bottom, and the record's falling out, but this is the Afire Explosion, and it's on Creative Records, because Creative Engineering. And this is the song "Do You Love Me," and then with the Happy Birthday medley. And this is one of the first records they ever made for the Afire Explosion. They did make several later on. This was one of the first, though, from '81. And this is a really old concept, like design of each character, and they really look a lot different than what they would, actually be. I mean, I think the closest thing to what they actually look like is probably Earl, I guess, because that actually looks a lot like Earl. But I mean, Rolf's concept is pretty decent, but all the other ones just they don't look quite right, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, this is the original Beach Bear too. This is really old. This is if you can tell, I mean, you probably won't be able to see it on this on this camera, but you can really tell on the quality of the mask. It's not very good. It's got a lot of detail issues in the mask. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked, totally sidetracked into like no territory at all. I need to kind of quickly do this anyway. But anyway, this is just a really cool 45, and I got this probably 4 or 5 years ago, and I didn't even, it didn't even really cross my mind really that I would someday, really have like a fascination with this. So I'm glad I kept it. But anyway, here's the record itself. Here's a side 1, "Do You Love Me?" This is in really good condition. I got this at like a thrift store. Then the other side is the Happy Birthday medley, which I just love. I really love the Happy Birthday medley. It's really good. And there you go. There's that little 45 I have. 45 record. I'm hoping to find some more of them. I'm looking for Mr. Bassman. I want that one. And that's about it for that. So there you go. There's one record, and then now I'm going to show you guys my figures that I just got. And I actually made some things. I'm actually going to probably cut this video and show you like a close-up of their outfits or whatnot. I might not. I might just show you what I have, but we'll see. Give me a second. Alright, so here we are. Here we have Dook LaRue, and I even made him drumsticks. I did this last night. And apparently, the drumsticks were actually made out of, this is what I heard, I'm not 100% sure, they were actually made out of like a thicker toothpick, but these are actually the thinner ones, and I'm just going to use these for right now until I can find some thicker toothpicks, until I buy them, because I didn't have any at the house. So, this is what they look like for right now, and they just kind of sit in there, like that, and they fall out. So I didn't put them in there right. Well, the reason why they fall out, and the reason why they don't want to stay in there is because they kind of, the way to make them stay in there, you have to kind of balance them inside the fabric of the shirt, and it doesn't really work in this situation that I'm showing you right here. So I'm just going to put those to the side right now, and I'm going to show you guys some of the cool things about this. So originally, this doll had, I think, 7 different parts, and this is probably one of the rarest dolls to find the whole doll. If you notice that their sleeves are kind of falling off a little bit, what someone did with this arm is they kind of put the fabric in part way into like the the hole where the arm goes in, so it doesn't fall off, because it's kind of too small, too big for his arm. So that's kind of a unique idea. I might try it on this arm too, but anyway, this is Dook LaRue, of course. He's got his hat. It's not on there very well. It's stuck on there with glue, obviously, and they really didn't do a very good job of, you know, how they did that, because there's like really like weird like sewn, like there's like glue all over the top of his poor little head. It's kind of sad, but everything else about this doll is in great condition. The face is really nice. I think that's just the way they were made. It's just how it is. I mean, the face looks really nice. The art, like the paint, is really good. To me, I think it is. And anyway, there's Dook LaRue, and he has like his belt, and he has his pants, and he has his shirt, and he has his little Velcro collar right here. That, like, it's kind of like overalls, and they pull over, and then you can take his shirt off. And then he has this little Velcro piece right here. The only thing he's missing, unfortunately, is his little Dook LaRue, you know, emblem, I guess, on his chest. That's missing. But everything else is there. The suit is actually in really nice condition. I was really surprised at how good this looked. They're usually really scuffed up, and they have like the little pieces of, I don't even know what this is, like, I'm not sure what fabric this is, but it's usually like peeling off, but this is in really good condition. And he's really cute. He's really cool. If you look on the bottom of his foot, I don't know if you can see it, but it says made in Taiwan. And then that's how you know what doll you have, I think. And this is the 1985 version, I believe. The one, because there was a version that didn't have all the parts sewn on. They were just in the bag loose. This is the later version where they just glued everything down. And look, there's his poor little ears. Look at that.
Well, welcome back, folks.
Flop, just like the animatronic character. Isn't that cute?
We're gonna do our
Look at that. I love it, man.
Which,
I think it's adorable. I'll sit you right here.
Ever recorded in the history of music.
Move Roger Rabbit for right now. And then everybody can look at you, just like that. And then now we have my favorite, of course, Mitzi Mozzarella. And I bought her. When I bought her, she was missing one of her pom-poms and one of her hair bows. I mean, it didn't exactly work out perfectly, but I think it's good enough for me. I'm also gonna probably get a doll, some kind of doll collector, or you know, someone that knows about dolls and how to clean them, to clean her dress, because on the back, it's not so obvious on camera, but there are some light stains that I wouldn't like to be there. I'd rather them not be there, but still, I mean, this is a really cool doll. I think this was one of the last dolls ever made for Showbiz Pizza before Chuck E. Cheese would basically take over all the, and there wouldn't be any, Rock-afire characters left. This was made in 1990, I believe. And she's just adorable. I even looked at the face sculpts of the other Mitzi dolls, and it seems like her face sculpt is a little bit different than most of the other ones. So she has a unique face sculpt. Her fur is white, which is very unique only to her, because there's no other Mitzi doll that's his fur was white, other than like the concepts, like some of those concepts. Maybe they got a concept of Mitzi's fur being white, and that's why it's white. But I just think she's really cute. I think this is really cute. They're usually light gray. The earlier ones are light gray. I still want to find one of the earlier dolls, because this isn't exactly the nicest made doll in the world. Here's her dress. If you look underneath their like seams and stuff, you can see under. Well, I don't want to pull it up too far. I don't want to mess anything up. And then on the back, her dress comes off with a Velcro is a little Velcro patch, and you just rip it off. And she's a little bit, I don't know, like she's stuffed, you know, like really weirdly, because usually on the older dolls, they have the legs and they're kind of like formed, but these are just kind of there. I think she's a little bit taller than most of the other dolls too, just by like a little bit, not much taller, because she doesn't really stand. She just kind of sits, or you know, she just kind of leans, I guess. So anyway, oh, and I was going to tell you my renovation, or not really renovation, but what is it called? Restoration. That's right. This is the original Palm. That's what it looks like, and this is the one that I had to make because it was missing the other one. And it's a pretty decent job overall. I originally was going to put it in her hand just like that, but I thought it would look better if it was actually the same way as her other arm. So I think she's cute, and overall, and also I put the bow in on this side. Obviously, it's a little darker, if you can tell in the video. But anyway, I had to shape her hair too. That was really hard to do. That took me like 30 minutes to get her hair shaped right. And I mean, it's still not perfect, but it's about as perfect as it's gonna get. Another interesting thing about this doll, I don't know if it's the same with any other Mitzi doll, but if you look at the top of her head, you'll notice that there's a patch there with hair coming out of it. And usually, typically with dolls, you would put that underneath their, you know, their fur, or you know, under the skull. Like with a Barbie doll, you'll put that underneath the skull. But on this particular doll, they decided to cheap out and not open it up and put it, you know, underneath. They just put it, you know, on top of her head. So that's something that's interesting about her. And also, the inside of her ears are like light pink, if you notice that. That's interesting too. It's really, really interesting, because there's no other Mitzi like that either. Anyway, that's my dolls, and let me show you Dook and LaRue again. They're really cute, and they look great together. they look a little family. Look at that. So I'm part way there with my doll collection. I think I'm gonna try to find a beach bear too, one of these days. And that's about it. See you guys later. I hope you enjoyed my dolls and me kind of rambling on about nonsense, but here you go. Talk to you guys later. Bye.